Oh shit, not long enough. There we go. Getting all set up here. All right, so if anybody watches this after the fact, nobody's going to hear this now, but if you watch it after the fact, what's up? Hope everybody's doing well. Tonight, the plan is to work on my dad's XMaxx. We've got a clicking noise, I think, in one of the differentials, so we're going to try to figure out exactly what the issue is. So I'm going to try to get everything set up here, and then we will we'll get to work. So anyways, let me go grab that, and we'll pull up the stream on the iPad as well. I got some stuff for the Limitless here in the way. Just throw that down there. Let's go ahead and pull this up. We'll turn this all the way down. Go full screen. Oh wait, no, not full screen. We want to see the comments. All right, so let me grab the XMaxx real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so there's the XMaxx we're working on. And just real quick, I want to show it off to you guys. I think let me finish getting the rest of this stuff set up. And then we'll run through and show you guys what this XMaxx is all about. So this stuff over here. Alright. This over here. Got my soldering stuff still plugged in. Let's go ahead and move this. Got a couple of these plugs here. I plan on doing basically just put a couple wires, solder a couple wires on both of these. And these will be kind of my dummy plugs for whenever I do soldering in the future. I need something to evenly transfer the heat so that I'm not burning up those plugs whenever I solder them up. But anyways, that's what that's for. Got some silicone wire in here, of course my solder. So let's get all this out the way. We'll go over here for now. All right, that. Got one person on so far. What's up? All right, there's that. Couple things we're doing with this. We're going to work on the differential. That sounds okay, but I think the rear differential needs some work. But we've got some lights here as well. We're going to take the front lights off. You see one of them's kind of hanging here. We got another one here. And we've got a new light bar in the mail. We're going to put up front here, and we're going to take that one off. It's running off a 9-volt battery, even though they're 12-volt lights. 9-volt battery there, and then make sure that everything's working. 9 volts will run the battery just fine, no issue. But ideally you want to run 12. All right, so we'll set this body aside. Oh, I ran this heavy ass Limitless earlier today. And that went, I've got a new system in here and I'm testing it. So I've started off with a really mild gearing setup. The first run was 106 miles an hour, and today I think we got 113. But we ran 113 3 times in a row, you know, this way, that way, this way, and the thing was completely cold. You watching this? Hey, watching this while I fix mine. Cool, Terry. Yes, sir, that's what it's all about. All right, so I'm gonna start working on this. Let me actually bring the rest of the stuff in the truck. That way I can shut the garage, and then we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna shut the garage now. All right, we got the remote and the lights. We'll do those later, but first let's get these wheels off. Oh dang, that wheel wasn't tight on there at all. Oh, real quick. All right, let me get that nut off. For anybody watching later, of course, you know, I've only got a couple people in here right now. How are those tires and rims? Harvey, I'll let you know in just a second. I'm going to do a quick rundown of what my dad has done. Man, that's really, really nice. With this XMaxx. So, first up is we've got these big, and Harvey, I guess I'll answer your question right now. We've got these big Pro Line, I think they're Badlands. I honestly don't remember. He bought these so long ago, but you can see what they are here. Pro Line, yeah, they're Pro Line trenchers, Pro Line trenchers. So, how are these tires? So they are very, very grippy. Whether you're on asphalt or dirt, these, as far as grip, they are far, far better than the stock tires, for sure, for an XMaxx. Now, one thing to keep in mind, they are heavy. So, I almost would not recommend these if you're running a stock system like this. This has got the stock motor, but it's got an upgraded to ESC, but they're super heavy. They're gonna weigh the truck down, and as you guys can see, this thing has got a lot of aluminum on it. It is not a fast running car, for sure. But they're great. They're great for grip. What's up, Juan? How you doing, man? Let's get the rest of these tires off and I'll show the rest of this vehicle. So we got Pro Lines all the way around. Obviously, we got aluminum, really nice. I think these are Atomic RC. Of course, you got like an orange and gray theme going on. Upper and lower A-arms, orange. You can call them side skirts if you want to, but this thing is really heavy, but really, really nice. I'll get all these tires off. A couple things we're working on tonight. We've got a clicking sound. I think it's coming from the rear. We got a clicking sound that we're going to address, and then the lights are they're not working at the moment. Could be a dead battery, but let's see if the rear lights are working at all. No, none of the lights are working. We're going to get those fixed, and instead of having the 2 headlights, he just wants just the light bar and the tail lights to work. Oh, yeah, that's stuck on there. Pretty good. Oh, come on. Oh, damn it. That is really on there. Oh, okay, let's get the other front one off. That's gonna be a pain to get off. there's that one. All right, that one came off all right. Put these tires down here. All right, come on. Oh, man. There we go. All right, let's just double check real quick. That's good. All right, so we got a little bit of this plastic. Oh no, that's just built up gunk. Okay, so we're good there, we're good. Let's see here. Actually, no. We need to replace this. We've got the bearing showing through here. On this side we do not, so we're going to replace that while we're at it. So just going to take these up and over here. We're going to get this XMaxx in good running order. For you guys who just now coming in, this XMaxx belongs to my dad, and it's got a clicking noise in the back. We want to go ahead and get it dressed. That way he can continue to run this thing. Let's see. Looks like we've got a rear hub to replace. This side looks okay, but if we get, you know, a pack of 2, then we'll go ahead and replace it. Chris, yep, clicking, 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 yep. You cannot escape it with these XMaxxes. They're gonna click. And when you hear it, could be one of two things. Could be, one, you stripped the gear, which I think is what happened here, or the most common problem that a lot of people do not realize is a cracked bulkhead, whether that's the front or the rear. If you got a cracked bulkhead or a cracked module, under throttle, because these things got a lot of power, the plastic is going to flex, and when it flexes, the pinion or the gear that comes off the drive shaft and the differential gear gives it just enough play where some of those gears will slip and you hear a clicking sound. But whenever you go to take everything apart, it's like, oh, the gears are fine. What's the problem? Check for cracks. I got a tough question for you. No, all 4 of my tires are running on my XMaxx. What do you think? All right, I got a tough question for you. No, all 4 of my tires are running on my XMaxx. What do you think the problem is? So, do you mean not all 4 of your tires are running? Just want to clarify it before I answer your question. Alright, so while we're waiting on that, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this rear skid plate off, and we'll go from there. Alright, shouldn't need that. Alright, so I've got the big heavy skid plate and, oh damn. That one, we need to take the wheelie bar and the rear bumper off, or at least loosen it. Yes sir, not all 4 tires are turning. Okay, so do you have just the front turning, just the rear turning, or what do you got going on? Just the front or rear? There's that, and then we're going to take the 2 screws. Right on top here. And here. Right, there goes the skid plate. It's coming off. There's that. Plus these 4 screws. We'll just drop these down in here so we don't lose them. Okay. Those 2. And these should be the same. Yep. And then this last one right here. So this is going to be loose. That's okay. This will come right off. Okay. Try to keep that on there. All right. So let's go ahead and get all of the screws out for this differential cover. There we go. Just the rears are not turning at all. Okay. So if you apply throttle and all the power is going to the front, you either have the drive shaft is cracked and broken, which that should be, you should really be able to hear that. You've got a couple teeth in the rear differential that's messed up, and so it's not catching. So you got those stripped out. Or your center differential has got such a light amount of fluid that as soon as you give it throttle and like the front end picks up, all the power is going to go to the front and it's going to feel like a front wheel drive vehicle. So whenever that happens, of course, that's a clear sign that either the fluid on the inside is way too light, or you've got a couple stripped gears. You have to start taking the XMaxx apart and taking a look at it. So I'm missing a screw. Oh, there it is. All right, so it's already a pretty messy job here. So let me grab a couple paper towels. All right, so I suspect we've got a clicking in the rear. So first up is take a look at the differential and the gear that attaches the differential to the drive shaft. So looking at this, that side looks good. This side looks really good. Looking at the differential gear, all the way around, it's looking pretty good. Oh, shit. All right. Just moving the differential back and forth, trying to feel. What's up, Andre? Where did you get the roll cage for e-revo? Go to tboneracing.com. T-Bone Racing. Yeah, this differential feels really good. So, all right, what I'm going to need to do is get a flashlight. And while I'm back here, just look for cracks on the bulkhead. Thanks, man. You're welcome, Andre. All right, thanks. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it, Harvey. Yeah, good luck on the XMaxx. Definitely check out that center diff, man. All right, let me grab a flashlight. While I'm back here, I want to, for any cracks whatsoever. Right on the outside, it's looking okay. The rear is looking pretty good, you guys. Let me see if I can flip this over. Okay, we're gonna take this cover off right here. The last piece to the puzzle back here. Let's see. Now this looks really good. Usually you have a crack right down in here. That looks good. Nothing down in there. And then usually, like I said, on the other side, it's right here or right where the pin goes through. Looks good. All right, the rear, I'd say is okay. So let's get this put back together. Before we move to the front. It's a messy RC for sure. Let's see. Already check your rear bearings; they may be frozen. Yeah, John, that's a really good point. Thanks for pointing that out for Harvey there. All right, let's get this back in. And while I'm here, actually, just take a quick listen. Got a clicking comes from somewhere, but it's really hard to try to identify when you do not have the car under load. But this is looking good, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this put back in here. And guys, I'm not getting this cleaned up yet. I want to find the problem and then clean it up. So for now, we're just going to get the rear put back in, and then we'll, once we identify the problem, we'll get everything cleaned up. Swap the battery on this thing real quick. All right. Okay, there's that. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this guy put back in here. Yes. this. Come on. Okay. That's all right if that falls down. Get off there. Okay. Right there. All right, so the rear's put back together. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and take the cover over the pinion and the spur. Take a look at those. Those look really good. Like I said, while I'm here, just take a look at it. Okay. Once again, that looks good. All of those look good. Okay. Process of elimination. those screws right there strip very, very easily. So as soon as I hear it getting tight, I'll let off. Get this cover put back on. I could surprise them and put a smaller spur gear in there and give it back to them and say, hey, made it faster for you. But I'm not going to do that. Hey Josh, do you know what your last name means in Spanish? I know what it means in Italian. Not in Spanish. What does it mean in Spanish? There we go. Husband. Okay. Yeah, that's different than Italian. And it may not directly translate to what I'm about to say in Italian, but I know where the name comes from Italian. And it fits. So, you know, the 6 people that are watching right now, of course, you guys are more dedicated to the channel because when I went live, you guys chimed in and checked in. But so you get to learn a little bit about me. But Esposito in Italian was a name given to infants who were abandoned and left outside of orphanages. So, you know, when they had a name, you know, had to give them some kind of last name, they gave them the last name Esposito. So it's interesting because, you know, I don't know my real dad, and of course his name was Esposito, and I just think it's kind of funny because he left, and I've got a stepdad now. That's my stepdad's. This is his car. That's who I'm working on. My stepdad he raised me since I was 1, you know, and he's my dad. That's who I consider my dad. But I just thought that was kind of interesting. You know, it was given to names of those who were abandoned at birth, and that's my last name. I just thought that was kind of an interesting coincidence. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get the front skid plate off of this and check out the front differential. The other thing that's making this XMaxx so damn heavy, of course, you got all the aluminum bits. You've got these skid plates that are aluminum as well, and they're just so heavy. Alright, so we're going to get this. I don't need to take the front bumper off. I made a mistake earlier by doing that for the rear. I just need to take these 2 screws. Off the top. There we go. Okay. All right, so while I'm here, let's take this off. And we'll take a quick look around. Looks good. All that looks okay. Oh, that looks good. Front axle carriers look good. All right, we'll rotate this bumper up and then take a look at the front differential. Okay. Ooh, that was really on there. All right. That really does not want to move. Come on. There we go. Okay. See, this looks okay too. And gears inside feel good. Well, this is not what we want. We want an easy fix. Yeah, those are good. That's good. I really would have loved to have opened one of these up and seen a tooth missing. But that is not what we're seeing. All the teeth look good, and spinning the differentials, they feel good as well. All right, well, I know that I'm going to have to take a lot of this apart to get to the center differential. I've got to check that out. And that is a much longer task. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this video here. Sorry I didn't get to identify the problem tonight. But we'll get back at it tomorrow and we'll see if we can find out the issue. But appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the stream. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Sunday and don't work too hard this week. You deserve to kind of slack a little bit. Anyways, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.